This is what I call the standing preacher curl. And what you're going to do is you're going to use a preacher curl bench, although instead of sitting in the chair and putting your arms over the bench, you're actually going to stand in front of it. Okay? You put your lower back, walk out a little bit so you're kind of leaning back, you're laying back on the pads. What I want you to do is push your elbows into the pads with your elbow just under the pad so you can extend without getting pressure on your elbow joint, okay? And you're gonna get here. When you're doing your curl, you're gonna keep everything still. The only thing moving is gonna be your forearm. So you're keeping your elbow on the pad. If you lift, now you're using your shoulder, not your bicep. Okay, so keeping this here, not using your shoulder, not lifting, the only thing going here. Now, the other thing is I don't want you really coming so far up that your forearm's straight up in the air. You should want to go, you're focusing on squeezing your bicep as much as possible. That doesn't mean you need to lift super high. Just go until it feels really, really tight and then let it come back down again as far as you can. Really, really tight and let it come back down again, okay? So the idea is you're trying to isolate the bicep without getting other body parts involved. Okay? We'll talk about options if you don't have a preacher bench to use in a second. So, okay, I'm here. I'm using my feet to kind of push back into the pad. My elbows don't leave the pad. I come down, I squeeze up, get as much of a squeeze in the bicep at the top as I can, come back down, squeeze. Notice nothing, my body's not moving, nothing in my body's moving. The only thing moving is my wrists and forearms. Okay? If you have to lean into it and pull back, or if you're going like this, any of that kind of stuff, that's a no rep. Just stop. In fact, you're done for that. Set, drop the weight, change your reps, do whatever you gotta do. Okay? If you don't have one of these, then you can stand against a wall, push your elbows back and try to curl the same way, or you can get on a bench, an incline bench, and sit back. The problem with that is your arms aren't supported, your back is. So trying to keep your elbows as still as possible while you lift, even if you're just standing, right? If you don't have anything, then you're gonna stand and you're just gonna lift to about a little over 90 degrees, and then bring it back down again. If you start getting higher than this, then you start getting the elbows involved, and that's not what we're looking for, okay? So even if you don't have a bench, stand, lift until you squeeze the biceps, and then bring it back down again. Notice my elbows are not leaving the side of my body. The only thing moving is my wrists and forearms. That's all it is.